everybody. Let's take a moment, just wave, and so we can see one another. All right. Thanks so much. We're so glad some of you parents could be here. This class has always been outstanding performers, and I just hate not to give them a chance to perform. So even though they're not officially scheduled for a night performance, we got one doozy of a program for you now. They're going to sing a bunch of songs about the weather. And believe it or not, the weather can kind of be fun and interesting. So listen to what they've got going on here, and you'll learn a lot about the weather. Are you ready? All right, thanks for being a great audience for us.
I've never been on a real TV station before.
Neither have I. Look, there's Harry Hurricane.
And that's Sally Sunshine.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to our weather station.
You are all in for a treat. You are the first outsiders to see this station in operation.
Really? The first? That's right. Tonight is the first night we go on air.
Whoa, what was that?
Those were a rapping meteorologist.
Rapping meteorologist? What kind of weather station is this?
It's a wacky weather station. Designed for students like you in mind.
That's right. Our meteorologists rap, sing, and dance.
We do anything to get kids interested in learning more about the weather. In a word, we're wacky.
There is also an unpredictable side to weather. That's what makes it wacky.
The weather has lately been really crazy. I'm wearing my shorts one day and my long johns the next.
Exactly. Since weather's always changing, it's fun to predict and try and predict what's going to do.
Can you really do that?
Do what?
Predict the weather.
Yeah, are you just taking a shot in the dark? I mean, your most famous meteorologist seems to miss the mark quite a bit.
Our most famous meteorologist? You mean Al Rooker? I bet you mean Brian Busby. Or maybe your name is that. Mike Thompson?
No, I'm talking about everybody's favorite meteorologist. The one they started teaching us about when we were in kindergarten.
Oh, you mean Phil.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Groundhog Day is fun, but we really do have more scientific ways of predicting what will happen.
Let's start with the basic of high and low pressure systems.
Weather happens in the atmosphere and air all around you. Why? Because air is not all the same.
Air can be cold or warm, dry or humid. A very large body of air that has about the same temperature or humidity is called an air mass. There are basically 4 different kinds of air masses. Number 1, cold and dry. Number 2, cold and humid. Number 3, warm and dry. And number 4, warm and humid. How does an air mass become cold and dry versus warm and humid? Simple. It depends on where it is graded. When air mass forms over land, it will be dry. When air mass forms over water, it will be humid.
Likewise, when an air mass forms in a polar area, it will be cold. When it forms in a tropical area, it will be warm.
Oh, I see. You get to mix and match the 4 kinds of air based on where the air mass develops. Exactly. Now you need to know that cold air is heavier than warm air.
Yes, I know heat rises.
Excellent. Now when a cold air mass pushes down hard on the Earth's surface, it is called a high pressure system. High pressure systems are usually strong at keeping storms away.
High pressure systems sound a lot like high pressure people. They tend to push us away.
Joe, I think he's got it.
High pressure people keep us away. Low pressure people invite us to stay. High pressure system keeps storms away. Low pressure system invites us to stay. High pressure, you can't come in, you can't come in. High pressure, you can't come in, you can't come in.
I'm gonna keep the clouds away. I'm gonna make the clouds away.
High pressure, high pressure,
High, 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 high.
high pressure, you can't come in, you can't come in. High pressure, you can't come in, you can't come in.
Look for the H on the weather map. That's where the clearness comes in.
High pressure, high, 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 high pressure.
That makes a lot of sense. Low pressure is the opposite, right?
Correct. Warmer rising it doesn't respond to the Earth's surface, so it's a low pressure system.
High pressure can't keep the storms out forever. Slowly it weakens, make way for low pressure. In comes the clouds, they cover the sky. Soon it will rain, or so's gonna fly.
low pressure system is moving.
Warm air holds more moisture than cold air. As the warm air rises, it cools. The cool air can't hold as much water vapor as before, so the air's extra moisture condenses to form clouds. That's our specialty. Cirrus, stratus, cumulus.
Whoa, you just lost me in all those big words.
Those are just different kinds of clouds. We'll show you.
Who's we?
We are the official cloud watchers. Deidre Downdraft, Frank Front, Sierra Cyclone, and I'm Clara Cloud.
Nice to meet all of you. What will you teach us? Cirrus clouds form high in the sky where it is very cold. They're mostly made out of ice crystals, which gives them a wispy feather-like look. You can see them in patches on clear, sunny, dry days.
Stratus cloud, and stratus means layer. These low gray clouds cover the sky like sheets. They can be thick enough to block out most of the sunlight. Stratus clouds can leave rain or snow that lasts for days.
Cumulus means heat, which is just what these clouds look like. They are bright, white, fluffy clouds. They float in the blue skies in small groups and never bring rain.
Are cumulo clouds ever dark?
You're talking about cumulonimbus clouds.
Cumulo what?
Cumulonimbus clouds. They look like tall cumulus clouds, but they can be very dark. When these clouds are around, there's usually a heavy storm on the way.
I have to admit, but you're making this pretty easy to understand.
I have a question.
What's that?
You're always singing your answers. I think we should sing our question.
What an excellent idea. Actually, the wind is not as mystery as it seems. Wind is the movement of air from high to low pressure.
Gentle breezes result when the difference between high and low pressure systems is small. But when the difference between high and low pressure systems is great, watch out, storms may be brewing.
Hey, are you really Tim Temperature?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell me what the weather is going to be like on my birthday?
This depends. When's your birthday?
August 11.
Oh, this far away, it's difficult to pinpoint the specific forecast for that day. But based on what we know about seasons, it'll be hot and humid.
Just how do we get our different seasons?
That comes from the tilt of the Earth. You see, the Earth is always tilted on its axis. Because of that tilt, different parts of the Earth point towards the sun and away from the sun during its 1-year orbit.
When the northern hemisphere, the part we live in, is tilted toward the sun, we get a lot of direct rays for many hours. This causes the temperatures to rise.
I know all about summer. It's my favorite time of year. Come on, guys, let's tell them about it. I can't wait for summer when school days are done to spend the days playing outside in the sun.
I won't have to study. No homework, no tests. Just afternoons spent on adventures in class.
Instead of mathematics and writing reports, I'll go outside and play summertime sports.
Instead of assignments, report cards, and grades, I'll get to play baseball and watch the parade. Instead, I'll swing on the playground and swim in the pool. Instead, I'll just learn lessons in school.
Once the school year is finally done, I'll spend every moment with friends having fun.
I hardly can wait till the end of the year. I'm counting the days until summer is here.
It's hard to be patient. It's hard to be cool. It's hard to believe it's the first day of school. Now, what do you think happens 6 months later?
The northern hemisphere tilts away from the sun.
That's right. The sunlight we receive is indirect rays. These rays are much less intense, so our temperature is much lower. So the seasons in between must have in between temperatures. The sunlight is more direct than in winter and less direct than in summer.
Autumn is my favorite season. I love the way the leaves become beautiful colors and fall from the trees.
They do that because of the weather. As summer ends and autumn comes, the amount of sunlight that our part of the earth receives is shorter and shorter. This is how the trees know to get ready for winter.
Autumn leaves in my hand. How did your color get so grand? You were green, now you're gold. How did your color get so gold? Autumn leaves in my hand. Lovely gold, was it planned? Autumn leaves, you can fly. Lovely gold in the sky. Autumn leaves from a tree. How did you know to come to me? Now we've met, you and I will remember once you fly. Autumn leaves in my hand. Lovely gold, was it planned? Autumn leaves, you can fly. Lovely gold in the Autumn leaves in my hand. Lovely gold, was it planned? Autumn leaves, you can fly. Lovely gold in the
During winter, there is not enough light or water for photosynthesis. The trees will rest and live off the food they store during summer. The green chlorophyll disappears. As the bright green fades away, we begin to see gold, orange, and other autumn colors. Some of this color have been in the leaves all along. We just can't see them because the green chlorophyll covers them.
The change of the seasons is one of the reasons it's so fun to live in Kansas. As we go from summer to fall, then to spring, and finally back to summer, we're reminded that things are growing and changing all the time. Autumn was cold, winter was colder, summer was warmer than spring.
Spring. The days will get longer and warmer, the flowers will start to bloom, and the birds will start to sing.
And finally it will be
It never
wrap things up pretty quickly.
Before we go, can I share a poem I memorized?
Of course!
Whether the weather be fine or whether the weather be not, whether the weather be cold or whether the weather be hot, we'll weather the weather, whatever the weather, whether we like it or not. There's a whole lot more we can teach you, so be sure and tune in when you get home.
Keep clapping for just a minute. Great. Hey, thanks so much for being a great audience. You know, snow days last week just really kind of played right into our wacky weather theme. And I need to give a special shout out to Ms. Clemens and Ms. Kozanowski and Ms. Veneri for letting us have a little extra science/music time this week. So thank you, teachers, for doing that. Let's clap for them. You might be wondering who this woman was who was assisting me. Stand up, Miss Van Hookie, otherwise known as Clara Cloud today. This is my student teacher, Miss Van Hookie, and she's phenomenal. So if any of you are out there and can hire people, she's ready for a music job after this semester is over. So thank you, Miss Van Hookie. I'm just so thankful to be their music teacher. It really is a joy. Right now, we're going to say to parents, if you could wait around for just a moment so that we can get the kindergartners, first and second and third graders in front of you out, that would be good. So thank you so much for coming. And kindergarten, first, second, third grade teachers, look at your teachers.